All right, everybody, I want to read this other poetry book to you. It's called At the Old Haunted House. It's by Helen Ketterman, and it's published by Scholastic. And I think you guys are going to like this book. It is kind of spooky. It's a good Halloween book, and it's a poetry book. So before we read it, we have to do open, shut them. Put your hands up by your face, and open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, and put them in your lap. And listen to our story at the old haunted house. At the old haunted house, in a room with no sun, lived a warty green witch and her wee witchy one. Spell, cried the witch. Poof, cried the one. And they both practiced spells in the room with no sun. At the old haunted house, where a cold draft blew, lived a big mommy monster and her wee monsters too. Stir, called the mom. We stir, cried the two. And they whirred and they stirred while the cold draft blew. By the old haunted house, in the dead hollow tree, lived a scrawny black cat and her wee kittens three. Scratch, cried the mother. Meow, cried the three. And they scratched and they growled in the dead hollow tree. Look at these little kids. They look scared by these cats, huh? At the old haunted house, with the squeaky old floor, lived a green paw goblin and his wee goblins four. Dust, called the paw. We dust, said the four. And they spread lots of dust on the squeaky old floor. At the old haunted house, where scary things jived, lived a ma werewolf and her wee wolfies five. Howl, cried the ma. Aroo, wailed the five. And they yowled and they howled where the scary things jive. In the old haunted house, in a vault made of bricks, lived a papa vampire and his little vamp six. Show fangs, papa cried. Hiss, went the six, and they snarled and shrieked in the vault made of bricks. Then they're all upside down. At the old haunted house, teaching a lesson, was a hairy bat mom and her bitty bat seven. Dip, dive, cried the mom. Flip, flap went the seven. And they dipped and they dove in their dip diving lesson. By the old haunted house, near the graveyard gate, lived a spooky dad ghost and his wee ghosties eight. Haunt, cried the dad. Boo, cried the eight. And they booed and they floated through the graveyard gate. At the old haunted house, half covered with vines, lived a mummy mommy and her wee mummies nine. Mix, called the mommy. We mix, called the nine. And they stirred and they mixed in the house with the vines. At the old haunted house, in the dusty old den, lived a fat mama spider and her wee spiders 10. Spin, called the mama. Weave, ho, said the 10. And they spun sticky webs in the dusty old den. At the old haunted house, the front door creaked. The ghost trick or treat, yelled the children. The ghost shrieked, eek. So look, the children scared the ghosts. Come in, called Mom Mummy. The monsters made stew. The mummies made cake. The witches zapped brew. Look what they're having. It's a party. The creatures all grinned as they struck up the band, and the spiders all swung on the sticky web strands. The ghosties floated as the music played. Black cats scratched and werewolves bayed. The vampire band played music all night, and they all had fun at the Halloween fright. The end. I hope you guys liked this poetry book. It's one of my favorites. I think it's super cute, and it's super funny that they decide to have a party at the end, because the whole book I thought that they were being scary, but really they were being nice and they were having a party. So I hope you guys like this book too, and I'll see you soon. Bye.